looks like doubled up as the old school, which I do believe is a hotel, Colonel.
Yes, it is.
There we go.
The old school.
That was used from the old school. Some famous scenes been shot up there.
Yep.
I can think of the one when the caretaker was up on the roof.
Yep.
And Doc Martin came running up from over there.
Yes, that's it.
From over there.
Yep.
Round the village, like the village ambulance.
Yeah, miss.
And then climbed up there and rescued them off that roof there.
Walking in history, counting our steps. Walking in history, fun and learning for all. Walking in history, have fun.
Welcome back to the channel. Today you join us here. Presenter today is TJ and we're walking with the Colonel. Say hello, Colonel.
Hello.
We are in a surprise place, viewers. If I said Burt Lodge, if I said Louisa, if I said Al, what would you think? Here's another clue. What if I turned around and told you about a doctor that lives in a Cornish village who is one of the best surgeons in the whole of the country that has a blood phobia? What would you be thinking? For all those people out there that are going, we know what you're talking about, TJ. You're talking about the smash hit series Doc Martin. And you'd be right. Now, Doc Martin is filmed in a beautiful Cornish fishing village called Port Isaacs. But for all those people that watch the show, you'll know it as Port Wen. So today, on the Walking in History England YouTube channel, we work hard for the viewers, don't we, Colonel?
Yep, we do.
We've brought ourselves down to Port Isaacs to discover Doc Martin, Colonel. So we're just passing the school, viewers. As you know, we don't put our camera in that direction. Traffic towards. Be careful, make sure we're safe at all times. So we're just scanning around the area. We're not going to scan towards the school, but we're just showing you this area. We're not going to show you the school for obvious reasons. Just where we're standing here. So as you can see, we're walking down the main street towards Port Isaacs, or in Doc Martin land, Port Wen. So today, viewers, we are at Port Wen, which was the fictional place for Doc Martin. And this beautiful backdrop of Port Isaacs played host to this very famous show. Joe Umpsman, I can't remember, that's his surname. He played Al in the series. He loved Port Wen, or Port Isaacs, so much that he lives here. You know that, Colonel?
No, I didn't know that actually.
Yeah. That's Burt Large's son.
Yeah.
He loved it so much down here.
Yeah.
That he's actually moved here.
Oh, his son.
The one that played Burt Large's son, Al. Walking down past this lovely couple. Good afternoon.
Hello.
We're going towards Heartlands Road. Just down there. That's the way down. I think we've got to go down there, haven't we? Yep, so we're going to have to get security. That's down to the harbour.
Yeah, that's go first. You go down the over that way as well.
So we go down that way or this way?
Don't gotta get that.
So we're going down here, Colonel.
Right.
Port Isaacs Harbour.
Yep.
So, very steep here, Colonel.
Yeah, I think it was called Joe Absalom.
Absalom, that's it, yeah. Colonel, very steep here.
Yeah, it's very steep.
And good access for wheelchairs?
Yeah, not bad, but it's a bit of a steep hill.
I think you're going to have to keep the brake on.
Yep.
Probably going to have maybe two people, just
Yep.
in case of any emergencies.
Pushing them up, but if it's a wheel, if it's electric one, yeah, no problem.
Okay, and shoe-wise, a pair of walking boots is always good, evidently.
Yep.
But you're all right with trainers down here?
Yep.
You're right,
Trainers all right.
you're right with your flip-flops, maybe?
No.
No stilettos?
No stilettos.
Have you got yours?
No, I took mine off.
Oh, there you go, Colonel. Well done. Okay. So you can see, Colonel, this is very typical of the Cornish beautiful village here. Look at this
Yep.
beautiful building there, Colonel.
All the old buildings, the actual roofs are made of tin, sheets of tin, and then time they've rusted. which makes
Absolutely.
them-
I think that... Have we come down the right way here? I'm not sure. Maybe we've got to walk down through. I think we come down through the back way.
Right, access, no, it says no vehicle access.
But this
to
is
the
towards...
harbour.
Well, we're going down towards the
Road
sea level.
hill.
We're going towards... We're
Road
going
hill.
towards... Oh, God, we ain't got to walk back up there, have we? We're going down towards sea level. That's harbour?
Oh yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
So we're going down towards the harbour, viewers.
Yep.
We can see the couple that just walked past us looked like it was a bit of a pull on the old legs.
It is a very, very pull on the legs. But all the cottages down here are from the period when most of these were occupied by fishermen,
Yep.
and there used to be hundreds of boats in the harbour.
Whoa, look at that, Colonel. We're coming towards the harbour here, look.
Yep.
So we're coming the back way. So viewers, we're taking you through. We're taking them through the places you don't see on the telly, Colonel.
No.
And we got some drone footage on this one, Colonel.
Yep. I think we have.
We even had a seagull trying to attack the drone.
Yeah.
We had the drone pilot had to put it into sports mode
Cool.
to keep it safe.
Yeah.
Big on tourists, this place, Colonel.
Yes, it is very.
Lots of tourists come
Very
here.
much.
Obviously, we got lots of productions here. We got Fisherman's Friend.
Yep.
Yeah, that was epic, wasn't it? The one that was always my favourite.
Doc Martin. Down
Yeah,
here.
well, Doc Martin. I mean, that's the obvious one, Colonel.
That's a classic.
Saving Grace. Saving
Grace.
Grace. That was filmed down here, wasn't it? Saving Grace, Colonel. Hello, hiya.
Hello.
Saving Grace, Colonel. That was filmed down here.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's,
And obviously, Doc Martin.
over the years, there's been a lot of programs and been filmed down here.
Yeah, absolutely.
But most of these cottages.
I will say
near
though,
the harbour
I will
are
say, Colonel, if you take
rented.
this route here,
Yep.
you are going to have to, you're going to have to be a good walker.
Yep.
No running.
Nope.
Keep an eye on the children, because this is very, very steep, Colonel, here, isn't it?
I wouldn't bring young children down this way. Go down the other way,
Right. Yeah.
because if this is wet, it could be very
Yeah.
very slippery
But
and.
once again, Colonel, we wanted to show the viewers that
Yep.
the other things that don't get really shown. Look at that down there, Colonel.
Yep.
Look at that down there.
I know. It's lovely, isn't it?
Wonder what that.
Two cottages together.
Wonder what that is down there.
Yeah. Two cottages.
That looks.
Lime washed.
That looks.
Because they use a lot of lime.
Yeah.
Lime wash around here.
Yeah. A lot of the old Cornish granite there, Colonel, as well.
They come from the
Oh.
shells of.
Oh. Oh, look at that, Colonel. I can see something up there. Look. That looks like the surgery in the.
Yep. That's the surgery up there. That,
So we can get a shot of that there, Colonel.
Yep. That
Not
is-
really yet. We'll have to get out there.
Doc Martin's surgery.
Doc Martin's surgery, Colonel. Rose Hill. We're on Rose Hill. There we go, viewers. That's where we came down.
Yep.
We came down Rose Hill. As the Colonel said there, you want to be careful on your feet there.
Yep.
So a little look around here, Colonel.
Yep.
So we're down in the main town.
Yep.
We've got the fishing boats over there in the harbour, viewers. Hello.
Hello.
Fishing boats are there. Gentleman down there. What's he doing down there, Colonel?
Oh, looks like he's got a baby or something in a pram.
A baby?
Or a young
Looks like
child.
looks like a fisherman.
Nah. Yep.
Okay, we won't keep any
Could be-
cameras there. People
Could
in
be
the harbour.
granddad. Could be the grandfather.
People there.
Yep. And dog.
People there in the harbour there, Colonel.
Yep.
People there in the harbour, Colonel.
Yep.
People enjoying it like we are.
Yep.
Yeah. There's the pub, Colonel.
Oh, beer.
It's that lovely pub there.
I can smell the beer.
Crab, hello. The crab.
Yep.
Have we got the shot of the surgery up there?
Yep. Yep. And that white
Yeah, have we
building.
got a shot of the surgery?
Yep.
Where is it?
It's right on the end. can't see it because it's too far away.
Ah, right, okay. So
then-
there's a nice shot of the harbour.
And Bert's restaurant
Bert's restaurant.
is right in front with the
See, the thing is,
scaffold on.
dark. We go bobbing dark.
Yeah,
Old
bob.
Bert, yeah. Old Bert, Colonel.
Yep.
Absolutely. Hello. That's Bert's restaurant.
Yep.
There you go, viewers. Bert's restaurant.
We make a hash
We
of
go
it.
bobbing dark.
Bob, man.
Beautiful, beautiful scenery, Colonel. Beautiful. And there's another seagull.
Yep. There are lots of seagulls.
Uh-huh. Absolutely. Can't see what you got there on the camera there, Colonel. Because what we do here, viewers, and the Colonel will confirm this, I've got the gimbal in my hand,
Yep.
and we're looking at the footage on the Android phone,
Yep.
and we're kind of commentating on what we see there, Colonel, aren't we?
That's it. Yeah,
We see the beautiful fishing boats there.
Yep.
Not a lot of fishing really goes on in Cornwall these days, Colonel.
No, it's been scat.
Over the years, it's been eroded away, the old fishing industry really in Cornwall. It still goes on,
Yep, some scat.
but there's not really a lot of fishing industry left, is there? Us local boys,
Yeah.
we know that.
In the old days, you could boats here, you couldn't move.
It's what these villages survived on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you call them pilchards.
Yeah, we have got silver bass down here,
Yeah.
mackerel,
Old mackerel.
the old mackerel.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Colonel.
So you got bass, mackerel, you got
Bass,
cod,
mackerel, yeah, absolutely, Colonel.
you know, you got loads of types. You got brain crab,
Brown crab,
you got king crab.
king crab, silver bass,
Yeah.
absolutely, Colonel.
Yeah.
That harbour wall looks lovely, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's beautiful.
Reminds me of a lot of the local villages around here that we all grew up
Yeah.
in. St Ives,
Yep.
Polperro,
Yep. No.
lots of them.
Oh, you're a ding. Hang on a minute. This contraption thing I found the other day. How do I open this? Let's have a look. Oh, what a happy chappy. What we got here? Ah! I'll give this old shout out thing a go. My shipmates. So, Doc Martin shout out. What a name for a dog. Oh, and Sydney the dog. Natalie and James from the Deli Box, Port Isaacs. Oh, I apologise for that. My language went a bit out on that one. I reckon it was Port Isaac.
This is off season at the moment. It's quite quiet.
Yeah, we're quite lucky, Colonel, to come here off season. We're waiting
Yeah.
for the rest of the team to catch us up.
That's it.
Let's have a little look here, along here, Colonel.
Yeah.
Have a look at these properties. They're catching up.
Yep.
I'm just going to pop up here, Colonel. It's got there. Can I grab the phone?
Yep. There we go.
Thank you, Colonel.
There
Just
we
going
go.
to show the viewers the beautiful houses. Hello, hiya. Just showing them the little houses along there. Where are they?
Car
Yeah.
coming up here.
So we'll go up here, viewers, and we're going to show you the school and the hotel. This is where the normal people would walk. This way, as you can see. Here we go, viewers. This would have been doubled up as a school, where Louisa was the teacher. She was the teacher, wasn't she, Colonel?
Yep.
Yeah, in the series.
Yes, you were.
You got the boathouse there. Looks like a little gift shop, viewers.
Yep.
Well, a gentleman there emptying the bins. How you doing, sir? Very well, thank you, sir. And this here looks like doubled up as the old school, which I do believe is a hotel, Colonel.
Yes, it is.
There we go.
The old school.
That was used from the old school. Some famous scenes been shot up there.
Yep.
I can think of the one when the caretaker was up on the roof,
Yep.
and Doc Martin came running up from over there,
Yes, that's it.
from over there,
Yep.
round the village, like the village ambulance,
Yeah, miss.
and then climbed up there and rescued them off that roof there.
The Old School Hotel in Port Isaac, Cornwall, was originally a school building, built in 1875 by architect Sylvanus Travail, and served as a school until 1977, before being transformed into a hotel in 1984. Here's a more detailed look at its history and background. School origins. The building, designed by Sylvanus Travail, housed the village school until 1977, educating up to 238 primary-age children. Architect, Sylvanus Travail, the architect who designed the school, later became the mayor of Truro. Conversion to hotel. After serving as a school for many years, the building was converted into a hotel and opened in 1984. Doc Martin connection. The Old School Hotel is also known for appearing in the popular ITV series Doc Martin, where it served as the location for the school. Village location. Port Isaac is a charming Cornish fishing village known for its narrow, winding streets and a picturesque harbour. Local affection. Many locals in Port Isaac still fondly remember the building as the village school, and there's a lot of affection for the place. Other amenities. The village has a number of pubs, shops, and cafes to support the flocks of holidaymakers and tourists that follow the road down to the harbour from the main car parks.
So, stunning village, Colonel.
Yep, it is.
Absolutely typical of a beautiful fishing village, yep.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely wonderful. Hello, mate. Hiya, hello.
Hello.
Not too busy, Colonel, this time of year.
Nah,
We're
I
quite-
like it.
We kind of, if you want to come down here when it's quiet and see the beauty of Doc Martin,
Yeah,
then really you want to come before the season.
yeah,
Season starts normally in Cornwall at Easter.
yeah.
Then after the season you want to come down. That's also going to be a better time to come and visit and see Doc Martin and all the great stuff.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Absolutely. So this is the kind of the village, town, the shopping area of Port Isaacs, or better known as what we're following today as Port Wen.
Yeah, village.
Here's a pasty shop, Colonel.
Yeah, pasties, Nicky B's.
There we go. Pasty shop.
Oh,
That's where you come and get your pasties.
and you,
Fresh made tea and coffee.
and your biscuits.
Cornish pasties, sandwiches, cakes, scones, bread, clotted cream, Colonel. Oh, I'm a little bit partial to a bit of clotted cream, Colonel.
Oh my.
There's a little bit of my secret. There you go, down there, viewers, look.
Yeah.
That's all the things the shops do. Yeah, there's all your little souvenirs you can buy from the shops, viewers. Absolutely. Hello. What are the specials, my love? What are the specials?
Special.
You don't have any specials? What can I tell my viewers from YouTube?
Well, fresh Cornish pasties.
Oh, I done that bit, my handsome. Thank you. Fresh. You heard it from the lady viewers. Fresh Cornish pasties. How much are they for a large steak, my handsome?
£5.
£5. Sounds like a bargain to me, viewers. Thank you.
Nicky B's Augie's shop, located in Port Isaac, England, is known for its freshly cooked Cornish Augies and other baked goods, with some reviewers calling it a must-stop for Augies lovers. Here's a more detailed look at Nicky B's Augie shop, location, 22, 4th Street, Port Isaac, England. Cuisine, fast food, British. Meals, lunch, brunch. Special diets, vegetarian-friendly, vegan options, gluten-free options. Reviews. Nicky B's is praised for its delicious, fresh Augies, friendly staff, and charming atmosphere. Some reviewers even say it's the best Augies shop in Cornwall. History. The shop is known for its focus on fresh, high-quality ingredients and traditional Cornish baking methods. Other offerings. Besides Augies, the shop also offers sandwiches and cakes.
Okay, let's keep going, viewers.
Down here. Trading company here.
So, hang on, Colonel. Let's have a look here.
Yeah.
Trading company here, look.
Ah,
There you go. Oh, up there. Port Isaacs
yeah.
Trading Company.
Yeah.
There you go, viewers.
Unique.
The old cottage. Walking on down through. Sandwich bar there. Lovely. Pub. So people enjoying some lunch. And here's the harbour, Colonel.
Yep.
Oh, look at this. This is a bit special.
Most of the houses clustered near the harbour date to the 18th and 19th centuries, when the harbour was a busy centre for fishing and coastal transport. Port Isaac has a history as a base for pilchard fishing going back to at least the 16th century, though the port was in use as early as the Saxon period. Historical significance. The harbour was a vital hub for shipping stone, coal, timber, and pottery, and later a centre for the pilchard fishery, which flourished from the 16th to the late 19th century. Cornish origins. The village's name, Port Isaac, comes from the Cornish Porth Isaac, meaning corn port, reflecting its historical importance as a port for trade. Doc Martin fame. Since 2004, Port Isaac has gained fame as the fictional village of Port when in the BBC series Doc Martin, drawing tourists and fans.
Everyone enjoying the harbour, viewers?
Have a lobster.
I think that might be the pirate's anchor.
Yep.
He had one down in Portreath yesterday.
Yep.
I think that might be his anchor.
It's just television.
I'm not going to go
No,
down there,
stop.
Colonel. This is the slipway for the lifeboat, isn't it? For the
Yep.
lifeboat. Lifeboat station there, Colonel. We can't.
Yep.
We can't not go and deal with that. One of the oldest in Port Isaacs.
Yep.
It's listed by the Department of the Environment as being of special architectural and historical interest.
That's right.
There you go. What do we say, viewers? On this channel, you always learn something. There you go.
There we go.
And there's the menu in case you're tempted when you come down to visit. You might have to pause for that one, viewers. Let's carry on checking out this beautiful place. We haven't got a security team with us, but okay. Everyone seems kind of friendly. Nice boats around here. Slipway. Slipway for the lifeboat. That's a stunning look. Now let's have a look at one of our charities that we support. We can't go in, Colonel,
Oh, we know that.
but we can turn around and film it.
Yeah, you can have a look.
Now, on our channel, viewers, we support charities, and if you would see me walking, you'll see that I've got a lifeboat badge on, and so's the Colonel. And here's one of our charities that we support, and that's the Royal National Lifeboat Institute, because these people save lives,
Yep.
and they keep this place safe.
They keep the coastline safe.
And these people do it. They do it voluntary, Colonel.
Yes.
They do it absolutely voluntary. So if you come down here, put some money in that box. Oh, some nice photos. Oh, we can't go beyond that, Colonel, because that's private. You come back. There we go. There you go, viewers.
Help kick out
Your
the crew.
donations could help kit out a crew.
Yep.
Seagoing gloves, £20 donation.
Yep.
Dry suit boots included, $750. You can't put a price on life, Colonels.
No.
Not at all. Thermal suit, $225.
Safety helmet.
Safety helmet, $263.
Yep.
£263 for a helmet, Colonel.
Yes.
£15 for the balaclava to keep them warm, stop them from getting wet.
Yep.
$458 for the life jacket.
Yep.
The pager, that's old school technology.
Yep.
£150.
And
A total of £2,000, and you really, really will be saving a life.
And the lifeboat is a D-class inshore lifeboat, £52,000.
And that, Colonel, that's the lifeboat there, Colonel, wasn't it?
Yes, that's the lifeboat.
There's the lifeboat there, look.
That's the D-class inshore lifeboat
That's it there, people.
at £52,000.
That's the lifeboat there. And that tractor, I guess, pulls it out.
Yep. Takes it down to the shore, puts it in the water.
And you can see at the back, all the kit. You can see all the wetsuits and all their kit all the way through. So this is a bit close to our heart, Colonel, this, yeah?
Yep, it is.
I suppose being
Cornish.
Cornish,
Yep.
we've seen this launched many times,
Yep.
and over the years they've saved thousands and thousands and thousands and
Yep.
thousands of lives.
Yep.
They are the heroes of the county
Yep. So next
when
time
it comes to the sea. So go on,
Yep.
Colonel.
next time you think about putting a inflatable airbed or anything on the sea, think again.
Yeah, because these guys are going to have to come out and get
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. And every time it
and
costs
they're
money.
volunteers,
And it costs
and they
money.
put their lives at risk to come out because basically you want to have a float on an airbed.
Yep.
So
And-
just be safe, Colonel.
yeah,
Eh?
that's right.
Absolutely, just be safe.
Because these guys, it costs money to drag that tractor out and that lifeboat out every time.
Not including putting their own lives on the
At
line
risk, yes, that's
for
right.
when you could have just
Yep.
thought a little bit more.
Yep, that's right. So you come down here, you know, abide by the rules of the sea.
Yeah, just be water safe.
Yep.
Port Isaac Lifeboat Station is the base for Royal National Lifeboat Institution, RNLI, inshore lifeboat operations at Port Isaac in Cornwall, United Kingdom. It operates a D-Class, IB1, lifeboat, which since 2019 has been the pride of Port Isaac, go with Porthasek. History. The first lifeboat for Port Isaac was provided in 1869 and kept in a boathouse on 4th Street, on the hill at the east side of the village, from where it had to be taken through the narrow streets on a carriage to be launched. It was funded by Mr. and Mrs. Richard Thornton West and named the Richard and Sarah. It was brought by train to Bodmin Road on October 5, 1869 and then hauled by horses through Wadebridge to Port Isaac. Awards. The ILB was called out on the afternoon of September 7, 1998 to 2 people trapped in near Tintagel. They were found in a cave but large waves smashed the lifeboat into the cave while it was attempting their rescue. The engine stopped and 2 of the crew were swept overboard inside the cave. The 3rd crew member was lifted to safety by a helicopter that had been helping with the search. The Padstow lifeboat tried to rescue the 4 people from the cave but was unable to do so. They remained trapped in the cave until the tide turned. The ILB was a complete wreck but a spare boat arrived at the station before the night was over. The 2 crew members trapped in the cave received the thanks of the institution inscribed on vellum, and the one who was winched to safety was given a framed letter of thanks from the chairman. An RNLI silver medal was given to Damien Bolton, helm, and bronze medals to Nicola Bradbury and Matthew Main, crew members, for saving the life of a man swept into the sea during a storm on April 8, 2012. Other crew members have received the thanks of the institution inscribed on vellum in 1977 and 1978 for rescues of people in trouble on cliffs. In 2013, the helmsman received a framed letter of thanks after saving an angler who had been swept into the sea. A new lifeboat station was built in 1927 on a plot in Middle Street next to the beach, but this was only used until 1933 when the lifeboat was withdrawn. Since 1869 the lifeboat had been launched on 15 rescues and saved 86 lives. The first boathouse became a shop and the second was converted to be a garage for the adjacent hotel. The RNLI began to deploy inflatable inshore lifeboats, ILBs, in the 1960s and one was stationed at Port Isaac from 1967. It was kept in a modified fish cellar on the beach until 1993 when the previous lifeboat station was brought back into use.
Absolutely. Well, there you go. Let's carry on exploring Doc Martin Land. So we got Port Isaac's Fishing Limited. So that was the fish market. There's the pub.
Yeah.
So I know that we come around here. We're going towards Bert Large's restaurant.
Yeah.
So obviously we're going to go towards Doc's surgery.
Oh, birdies.
So we're going up this way. Lots of tourists up here, people.
Yep.
Lots of tourists up here, viewers. Lots. Everybody wants to see Doc Martin Land. We got Port Isaac's Pottery. There, look at that, Colonel. Port Isaac's Pottery and Gallery. Let's get a good shot for them there.
Yep.
Land, Sea, Passion is a food gallery.
Hello, Jeff.
Hello.
Used to say. Well,
Now this is Bert Large's house. Look here.
Yep. Halloween House.
I've got a bit of Bodmin Dark.
Yeah,
Oh, Bert Large. There's Bert Large, viewers. There we go. There's his restaurant. There we go, viewers. We're just getting the gimbal working so you can see. There you go. Bert Large's restaurant. Just there. Colonel, Bert Large's restaurant.
Yep.
That's where Bert had lots of shenanigans going on in the series, yeah?
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful view of the harbour, Colonel.
Yep.
Absolutely stunning. Seagull flying through the shop, viewers.
In Doc Martin, Large's restaurant is a fictional establishment, portrayed as a restaurant owned by Bert Large, and is located in the village of Port Isaac, Cornwall, where the show is filmed. Here's a more detailed look at the restaurant and its connection to the show. Fictional restaurant. The restaurant, known as Large's restaurant in the series, is a key location in the show, serving as a gathering place for the villagers and a backdrop for various scenes. Real location. The exterior shots of the restaurant were filmed at the Slipway B&B in Port Isaac, Cornwall. Actor. The character of Bert Large, the owner of the restaurant, is played by actor Ian McNeice. Other locations. The Golden Lion Pub, featured as the Crab and Lobster in Doc Martin, is also a popular location in the show and was also featured in the film The Fisherman's Friends.
Everyone seems to come up here with their dog. Did he jump up?
Nah.
You like to?
Get friendly with the locals.
Get friendly with locals.
Local dogs.
Viewers, we are coming up to the famous location, which is a private house, of course. I think it was sold recently, wasn't it, Colonel?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know.
Everybody recognises this around the world. Australia, England, America.
Yep.
This is what you've waited for.
Yep.
This is Doc Martin land.
Fern Cottage. And it says
This was what doubled up as a surgery, of course. Yep, we'll go there. We can actually check out what that's called. Of course, Doc Martin. There you go. Want to learn about Doc Martin? www.docmartinshouse.co.uk for all those that use the internet. Beautiful to go up there for drone footage.
In the fictional world of Doc Martin, Port Isaac, Cornwall, serves as the backdrop for the village of Port Wen, where Dr. Martin Ellingham's surgery is located at Fern Cottage, a real building. The fictional village, Port Isaac, is the real-life location for the fictional village of Port Wen, where the show Doc Martin is set. Doc Martin's surgery. The building that serves as Dr. Martin Ellingham's surgery in the show is Fern Cottage, a real cottage located in Port Isaac. Fern Cottage is a short walk from the harbour and offers views of the village. Other filming locations. Besides Fern Cottage, other locations in and around Port Isaac have been used for filming, including the Old Schoolhouse Hotel, Mrs. Tushell's Pharmacy, Louise's House, Port Gavern, and Doyden Castle. Impact on the village. The show has brought tourism to Port Isaac, but also raised property values, which has been a mixed bag for the residents.
Please respect our privacy, thank you. Of course. Absolutely. Everybody wants a photograph in front of Doc's house. We're not going to look in their window. Little bit around the back there.
That's all new behind you.
Yeah, I'm not going around there, Colonel, because it's a sign that says, can you please respect our privacy? So they have the right to privacy. Just because it was used as a backdrop for Doc Martin. He's actually filmed the internal scenes. That obviously this exterior, like, you know, they come and film, they use exterior buildings, yeah?
Yep.
But internally, I think it was filmed a few miles away from here, and they converted a barn to do what they call the interior scenes, yeah?
Yep.
But they use this, and they used to, I think they used to bus the actors down to the village.
Yes.
To do their shots.
Yep.
And just look at this. No wonder everybody wants to be and see this. Why wouldn't you? This is amazing, viewers. Look at this. Imagine waking up to this every morning. I should imagine the houses would be quite expensive down here, Colonel.
Oh, I think you'd be paying something like 900,000 to 1.5 million, easy.
I would say that if viewers wanted to know about that, then they would be best to
get in contact with the local estate agent.
Yeah, there was one in the village, wasn't there?
Yep, yep.
There was one in the village.
But they are...
It's absolutely stunning.
They're very, very rare.
Let's check out the view from Sky 2.
Absolutely stunning. I tell you what, Colonel.
What?
Let's do some walking in history here. Let's walk up here.
Yep.
And we got to where they had the scene of what came running up this very path.
Oh, right.
Up on the cliff up here, didn't he?
I've
Yeah.
I've seen a few, but I haven't seen all.
Yeah, you've not seen that one. Yeah. You probably want to go and go on something like Netflix or something like that. We could probably watch Doc Martin. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Maybe Prime these days.
Well, you can go on YouTube now.
Walking in history, step by step. Walking in history.